Welcome to the Winning the Week live stream and podcast. We are promoting positivity and a healthy, real optimism. Let's find hope, healing, and well-being together. Don't forget, you're always welcome here at the Cool Kids Table, and I encourage you to mention the Cool Kids Table in your own videos, live streams, podcasts, and social media posts. So be sure to spread the word. And don't forget, I saved you a seat over here. If you forgot your lunch money, If you forgot your lunch money, I've got my French fries here. I'll share those with you too. So tonight we're going to talk about the commenter and the encourager of the week, and I do want to talk about memberships and whether or not memberships are going to be ending on this channel. I think I got some important reasons and interesting things to talk about with that. So I'm going to rely on those of you who are YouTubers. I want to hear your feedback and stuff on that. And we will be talking about patience. Let's just jump into the chat, see who's here tonight. Let's see. We have, I saw all the people hanging out at the pre-show tonight. We had Mike, we had M, we had Catherine, Amy jumped in here, Granny showed up early, CL, our beloved moderator, is here, making sure that if anybody starts spamming the chat or typing naughty words, she'll deal with them. Other than that, if people are just being silly or annoying, don't ban them. Don't be like Tyler. Tyler wants to ban everybody he gets a chance, and he hits the hammer on everybody just for saying hello. And let's see who else is here. Oh, Warren walked in while we were starting the show. So, hey, they're right on time. Being fashionably on time, Warren, the optimistic absurdist, saying hi, everybody. So, and he recognized CL's icon. And Mr. Glenn is in the house. Good to see you, sir. How you doing, Pearl Man? Very good to see you, buddy. And let's see. I think we should probably not forget to do our simultaneous sip before I forget. So everybody grab yourself your favorite beverage, what you like to drink, get it nearby and pull it close up. And we will, in honor of the late, great Scott Adams, we will have our simultaneous sip. All you need is a cup or a mug or a glass, a tankard, chalice or stein, a canteen, jug or flask, a vessel of any kind. Fill it with your favorite liquid. I have Publix Diet Sweet Brewed Tea. And join me now for the unparalleled pleasure, the dopamine hit of the day. The thing that makes everything better is called the simultaneous sip, and it starts now. Go. That is the good stuff. So, why don't we jump right into the encourager and commenter of the week? I had been, I told her she was going to wake up. Hello, my dear. How are you? You want to say hi to the peeps? Suzuki says hi, and then she says, let me sit on your lap, which you can. That's fine. You can get on the lap. Just keep the tail out of my face. So I've been doing the encourager and commenter of the week pretty late in the podcast, and I want to start doing it earlier so that everybody gets a chance to see it. A lot of people have to leave and go early, especially if we run on and on and on. Hi, Daniel. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you made it. I was enjoying your live stream a couple hours ago. Very nice job. So the encourager and commenter of the week. Who do we have? You guys have any guesses? Hey, Pam, good to see you. I'm afraid, Pam, you're probably not going to get a 4-time hat trick and get 4 commenters of the week in a row, but you never know. You never know. So, Suzuki, everybody's saying hi to you, but be careful. Pam is here now. Train engineer Pam is here. So, the commenter of the week, the one I picked out is Flight Quest. I actually had a really nice music-related back-and-forth chat with Flight Quest about musical modes. And you can go find that on the video that came out on Monday. It is nice to find common ground sometimes, even if it's very off topic. So we were talking about what our favorite modes are and which modes we're making ourselves learn and teach, etc. So that was a lot of fun. All right, my dear, why don't you go back over there and go back to sleep? Like a good kitty, go back to sleep. So that's our commenter of the week. Now, that said, I also want to point out that there was a ton of great comments. There was a lot of really encouraging comments on the impatience video that came out 2 days ago. And I want to thank every single one of you who posted a comment on there. I read every single comment. I try to reply to every single comment. I wish that I could read every single one out loud here, but thank you to all of you who left these encouraging words on the video about trying to become more patient. And I guess this counts for you, Pam. This does make 4 in a row for you because you're on this screen here. So I want to point that out. And then also, the encourager of the week, I talked about this last week, but Rob really kicked off his Put Yourself Out There 30-day challenge on Monday on Tuesday, his live stream yesterday. His regularly scheduled Tuesday live stream was the kickoff for the Put Yourself Out There 30-day challenge. It's a free 30-day challenge to help people finally get on camera and publish their first video. This is for beginners who are thinking about joining YouTube or starting YouTube, and it's really geared towards people who haven't really started yet or they feel stuck. So his idea is to encourage people in 4 weeks, or basically in 1 month, to encourage people to make 3 videos with a community of people cheering everybody on. It kicked off on July 7th. And then there's going to be follow-up live streams on following Tuesdays. Such a cat. On Tuesdays and on Fridays. So there is a code on screen that you can scan, or you can go to the RobTheMaritimer.com website or his YouTube channel to learn about it. But I wanted to make him the encourager of the week because he's basically encouraging something like, I forget how many people he had signed up for this. Did he say it was like 180 or something, or 130 or 120 people are going to try this, making their first ever video this month. So how can you be more encouraging than that? Rob's always encouraging and he's always optimistic, but this idea he has to encourage a few hundred people to make their first video all in the same month is pretty awesome. And the summertime is usually a pretty slow time for YouTube. You guys who have channels know that the views kind of dwindle a little bit this time of year. And, this is a great idea for Rob to encourage other people to go out and, get started now, because it's only going to pick up and get busier for them as the year goes on if they continue to make videos, right? So, that said, let's jump into the chat and see what I'm missing. If anybody else has joined that I haven't noticed in here. I see that, let's see, I saw Pam and Daniel had just joined. Congrats to Flight Quest for sure. And Pam says she surrenders her commenter of the week crown, but just for this week, right? Hey, Jen, good to see you. I'm here, but I'm in the past. I'll be there soon listening at 1.5 speed. So if I talk really fast right now, then when you're listening to me at 1.5 speed, I wonder if it sounds like when I talk this fast and you already have it cranked up to 1.5 speed, I probably sound like I'm really hyper. I really think it's going crazy, and I probably need to get a simultaneous sip because I need more caffeine. Now, if you're listening to me at 1.5 speed and I talk slowly, I bet it probably makes me sound normal. So that's enough playing with Jen. I do that all the time. Pam says I do that. So yeah, I do that all the time. I'll join either late, or sometimes I have to pause a live stream and then I go back and click it to, I usually do 1.25x speed. I can't really handle the 1.5. It's just too fast for my poor ears to handle. Pam, you can't say you're making dinner and not tell us what you're making for dinner. So please come back to the chat and tell us what we're having for dinner tonight. I'm already full from CL's apple pie, so I really don't have room for another dinner. But if you insist. CL says, Rob is cool, but we all know that was Peanut's idea. That's a good point. That was Peanut's idea to do that project. That was cool. Yeah, and Amy says it's 300 something. Wow, that's fantastic. Awesome. I don't think even the power of Rob would convince CL to do a face video, but he's asking people to do a video with their face in it, but I don't think even the power of Rob begging would get CL to do a face video, but I think it's great that he's encouraging people who have never made a video at all to do that. So Amy says, you crack me up. And let's see here. Jen is saying hi to everybody, and Debbie Sue says hi to everybody, which is awesome. So just a quick reminder, I talked about this on Otis's live stream today. If you guys didn't get a chance, I was on Otis's live stream. I was on Otis's, that's Mike the Aging Retiree's live stream. And we talked a little bit about Discord. And those of you who are already in Discord know how much fun we're having, what a great time it is. It's just a chat room. It's nothing fancy. It's just, you can do it on a web browser or you can install the app. But it's a really fun place where we're having a good time. If you've never used Discord, it's very simple. There's a link in the description of my videos. You click that link and then just, you create an account by saying, here's what my name's going to be, and then hop in there. And once you get in there, I'll get a notification that you've joined, and I have to turn on permissions so you can see all of the subforums. I do that just in case some troll jumps in there and tries to break the place or something. But we're having a real blast inside Discord. It's been really cool, and I've been really enjoying it. But I wish some of you folks who are holding back and kind of resisting, I wish you would jump in, because we're having so much fun in there. It's a great time. So let's see here. What else am I missing in the chat? Pam says, okay, we're having Greek chicken on the barbecue, baby potatoes with butter in foil, and seared Brussels sprouts with balsamic vinegar and Parmesan. Wow, that all sounds amazing. I like asparagus better than Brussels sprouts personally, but I'm not the cook, so you got to make what you think is the best thing to go. Greek chicken. Now, what makes chicken Greek? I know what chicken is on the barbecue. I know what baby potatoes are. I know what butter and foil. I know what all that stuff is, but not Greek chicken. What makes chicken Greek? How do you do Greek chicken? Yeah, that's a good point, Mike. It's very easy to do Discord on your phone, but I will give you guys a pro tip. If you decide to go with Discord on the app on your phone, you should probably turn off notifications, because it'll blow up your phone and you'll get so many notifications. Sally was in there for a while and she left the server because the notifications were too much. And you can turn off notifications on your phone in the notification settings, because the amount of chat and talk going on in multiple channels on different topics, like we have a section about food, and we have a section about YouTube, and we have a section about this, that, and the other, and different projects we're working on. So you definitely want to turn off notifications and just look at it when you think about it. Go in every once in a while, see who's in there, see what you've been missing, say hi to people. It's not the kind of thing where you want to have a ton. Where you have a ton of notifications, it'll literally blow up your phone. It's too much. Jen says, you never sound normal, Scott. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always abnormal. Let's see. And Warren says, did you check out your shout out? Oh, did you do a shout out for Jen on your channel? We're going to have to go check it out. Did you do a 8675309 shout out, Warren? I'm going to have to go check it out. And of course, Mike, the contrarian, says, I like all the notifications, especially if it tells me when everybody uploads something. That is the nice thing. I've got that bot that tells you in Discord every time one of our videos comes out, because YouTube's really bad at notifying people and doing notifications. So I have a bot in there to tell us, and that is kind of nice. Well, hello there, strawberries and cream cookie lady. Dana posted a picture of her cookies, strawberries and cream, in Discord and made everybody hungry, which is very nice. And M says she wisely turned off the notifications. Yeah, I have notifications off on my phone. I don't need that thing blowing up 1,800 times a day. I just go look at it once in a while. Well, hello, Otis. Long time no see. Thanks again for having me on your live stream today. I had so much fun hanging out with you. I have a feeling that even if we weren't doing a live stream, you and me could just sit and chat for quite a while. We're kind of like I said on the thing, we're kind of birds of a feather. We have a lot in common. We've had a lot of the same hobbies over the years and kind of the same outlook on stuff. So I really enjoyed hanging out with you today. But more than that, I'm grateful for you giving me a chance to share what I could about my channel. and what's been happening with me in YouTube for the past year. It's nice to be able to reach a new pile of friends, you know. Hello there, Kim. Glad to see you made it in here. Good to see you hanging out here. And Pam says, I literally just marinated the chicken in Greek dressing and oregano. Okay, well, that works. That makes it Greek chicken. I don't even know if I know what Greek dressing tastes like. I mean, I know what it is. I think the only dressing I ever put on anything is ranch. I should try some Greek dressing on chicken and marinate it like you just did and throw some oregano in there. That'll be, I'll have to do that. I bought a new grill this year, so I've been enjoying on my, grilling on my new grill, but mostly I've been doing beef related stuff, so I should try some chicken products out there once in a while. You've inspired me, you train engineer lady, you. Pam also says the live stream with Otis was great. Thank you. I went back and listened to where you left off. Very good. That's awesome. Mike is so fun to listen to. He's calming and he's encouraging and he's wise, you know? Glenn says, if you guys don't know, Glenn here, Perlman, is Dana's hubby. Dana's 2 new cookies she created are awesome. I bet. You're the guy that gets to do all the taste testing, right? Here comes Catherine saying, no, I'm not a mod. I'm just bossy. Hit like. So everybody don't forget to hit thumbs down. Don't forget to hit thumbs down on me. We currently have 9 thumbs up. I don't know how we got to 9 thumbs up. We need to get those things turned down, everybody. Let's get those things subtracted down to a negative number. And we have 140 comments already. Let's see if we can hit 200 comments before we have to wrap up and finish. And, I want to hit a few topics tonight. I have a few things I do want to talk about you, which are pretty important, especially memberships. So why don't we jump into that before it gets too late? Because like I said to Mike today during his live stream, time flies when you're doing these live streams. Time flies, and suddenly before you know it, an hour is up, an hour and a half has gone by, and you didn't get a chance to talk to everything you want to talk to. So those of you who have YouTube channels, I kind of am going to rely on you a little bit. I need your help and I need your feedback, and tell me if I'm onto something or if I'm crazy with this topic. But I want to talk about memberships. So when you reach a certain point, you have a certain number of subscribers and a certain number of views, etc. You become sort of semi-monetized, where you don't start participating in advertising revenue, but you can turn on things like super chats and stickers and memberships. And I did turn on memberships when it became available, and I set a tier at 99 cents. And I started creating occasionally, maybe once or twice a month, a members-only video that if somebody becomes a 99 cent a month member, they can see that video. And sometimes in the community post section, I post, members only community posts as well. And the other thing that people can do is if they want to, they can, you guys have seen this, and many of you have done this, buy 5 memberships or 10 memberships at 99 cents a piece, and they're randomly handed out to people and handed out to folks. Well, I've been thinking hard this week about memberships and whether they might potentially be harmful to a channel. And I want to tell you why. There's some reason. Yeah, I see you guys are talking about my thumbs up, thumbs down thing. Catherine wanted to know, why did you say do thumbs down? And as CL pointed out here, YouTube doesn't really care if it's thumbs up or thumbs down. It just tracks engagement, which is in the comments, and it does notice the thumbs up or the thumbs down, but it doesn't care if it was thumbs up or if it was thumbs down. I don't think it really cares that you had a bunch of thumbs downs, and I see we're down to 6, which is great. 6 of you people need to hit a thumbs down and get that thing back down to 0 so we can get into the negatives, because I think YouTube only cares that you're getting some kind of feedback from people, positive or negative. They don't care. So I just jokingly say, let's do the thumbs down thing. It's more fun. And it makes Pam feel bad, so I like to like to do that. So here's my idea on memberships. Here's what I'm thinking. I feel like sometimes they have this scuzzy mercenary feeling of paywalls and hidden content, putting things behind a paywall. So if I've got members-only videos and members-only posts, I kind of get this sort of scuzzy feeling that I'm hiding content from viewers. And especially since I promote myself as being a value for value channel. And if, we've talked about value for value a million times here, which is basically I ask you to decide if you're getting any value, then you decide how much value you think you got. And I just give you the whole show, right? I just give you the whole shebang. Every video, every post, every live stream, I just make it all public and then let you decide how much value did you get out of it. Well, I'm not really doing that if I'm putting some content hidden behind a paywall and making it members only. So I kind of feel like it works against the value for value model. That's funny. Catherine says, I did the thumbs down, but I don't know how I feel about it. That's some of the funniest thing to me. The funniest thing to me is making people feel guilty for hitting thumbs down. Now, Pam says her guilt is definitely subsiding over the thumbs down. Pam, I'm gonna have you so corrupted that you're gonna be walking around gleefully thumbs downing all kinds of people, and they won't know what they did wrong. That's gonna be my ultimate joy. The other thing is, do memberships dissuade people from subscribing? So if you stumble across my channel for the first time and you see that there's some videos, but you also see there's memberships, does that dissuade people from being a subscriber? I kind of think maybe not. People are probably going to subscribe based on if they want to see the content again. Not so much based on, oh, this guy has members and he's got members only content. That probably doesn't dissuade people from being subscribers, but I am curious to hear your feedback on that. Those of you guys got channels, and those of you who are regular and habitual YouTubers, it probably doesn't dissuade you from subscribing to somebody if they've got members only content, right? You just subscribe when you want to see more of it. Now, that said, do memberships dissuade donations? And I think it might. My value for value model, like I said, is I provide everything. And then if you think you got any value, I ask you to go to donations.winningtheweek.org, which basically takes you to the Buy Me a Coffee website. And you decide if you want to give me a tip or throw some treasure my way. You can decide, I want to give this guy 50 cents. I want to give him $1. I want to do a $5. I want to give him $1,000. Nobody's ever done that for some reason. But whatever you think the value you got out of a particular video or a live stream is, you decide, hey, or perhaps one of the podcasts. Maybe you're listening on the podcast and you say, hey, I enjoy this podcast. I want to give this guy, some Starbucks money. I don't go to Starbucks, but, I go to Publix. So if you want to buy me a gallon of Publix Diet Sweet Tea, you go to donate.winningtheweek.org and decide you're going to give me $3, $4, whatever, or $1,000, whatever, But the thing is, if you see somebody's got 40 members at 99 cents a piece, you're thinking, man, this guy's getting $40 a month already. He doesn't need my $3 or $2. And so many people, so many of you have sprung for memberships and bought memberships at 5, 10, 20 memberships at a time, that I've gone from 40 memberships to 60 members. There were 60 members for 1 month at one time. So I kind of think that it's likely, or, at least possible, but probably likely, that somebody was maybe thinking, I want to give this guy a tip, but I see he's already got 60 members, so he's already making $60, which isn't really true, because YouTube keeps nearly half of the membership money, which is probably another reason I'm not super crazy about the memberships anymore. But I think that there's a really good chance that memberships probably dissuade people from leaving a tip. So I'm really leaning towards turning off the memberships. And I really do think that the better way to do it is value for value, where you just make it completely optional. Give out the entire show. Now, if you guys want to do memberships and you think it's a better model for you, by all means, definitely do that. But I think I would rather just make all the content available and then let people decide if they want to, if they want to throw a couple bucks my way, or a $5, or buy me a gallon of iced tea, or $1,000. Let them decide what, some people are blessed with an income that allows them to tip somebody at $200, $300, $500 levels, and it doesn't really make a huge dent in their lifestyle. And why dissuade them from doing that by saying you have to give 99 cents? By setting up a structure that limits people to a 99-cent per month donation, probably dissuades people from deciding for themselves what the tip is, what the donation. And the other thing I like about this model is that all the content's available, and there are other ways that you can trade value for value. Leaving these comments, you guys got us up to 190 comments already. That's a huge value that you're providing, not just to me and to the channel, but to the rest of the community. You guys are providing feedback and giving out information, especially right now. And I want to get to these chats in a minute, because you guys are not just being silly in the chat. You're giving positive, thoughtful guidance on this kind of topic. Look at the value that you guys are returning to each other through this stuff, and the comments that you leave on the videos that I do, those are huge. That's a really important value. You guys are giving your perspective and your experience, which is kind of like that boots on the ground experience and feedback that I talk about all the time. And I think that that's more valuable to me than a 99-cent membership. And this way I don't have to remember to make a members only video every once in a while as well, right? So I think I am going to lean towards the donate.winningtheweek.org. You guys decide. Here's a screenshot of what the page looks like. You can see that it lets you enter an amount. You can click on the 10 or the 25 or the 50. They're just trying to encourage people to that. But I think you can even put fractions of a dollar. I think if you wanted to give me a dime or a penny, I don't know if it would let you give me $0.000001. That would be pretty funny to try sometime. Too bad you can't give me a Bitcoin in this system here. They should make Bitcoin a transaction method here, because what's Bitcoin worth right now? Like $5,000 or something per coin? I forget what they're up to. $40,000? I don't know. But you can even leave a little note in there. You can see on this screenshot, you leave a name. You just write whatever you want in here. You can just say Handsome Mike or whatever you want for yourself, and say something nice. You can say, hey, Scotty, how's it going? Don't do anything I wouldn't do, whatever you want. I think it's a better model than the 99-cent membership thing. So, remember me at donate.winningtheweek.org. The nice thing is there's no fear of missing out. The whole show is yours. Everything, all the content is going to be available. No more hidden paywall stuff, right? There's nothing behind a paywall, no hidden content. You guys decide how much value you got. And if you want to return value to me in a form of comments, or I would love to see some of you guys donate some artwork. Here's the thing. This live stream that we're talking tonight is going to be the podcast that goes out tomorrow. And if you guys want to design album art and you want to do that before tomorrow morning, send me a copy of a square-shaped album art, and that'll be the album art that I use the episode artwork for the podcast tomorrow. And I like the fact that it's voluntary, right? This is voluntary and love-driven, as opposed to, oh, I'm going to give you a video and I hope it was worth 99 cents or something like that, So it does, by the way, that website does allow you to make it a recurring donation. So if you want to say, I want to give the guy $1 a month, you can do that at that website. And that way YouTube's not keeping half of it either. Or you want to give me $5 a month and, buy me a gallon of iced tea. Or you want to give me $1,000 a month and see what see how wisely I can take care of that kind of money. Oh my goodness, I'd be a thousandaire at that point. I don't know if I can handle the pressure. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, I got to scroll back on these comments because we just passed 210, by the way. Congratulations, everybody. 212. All right, let's see what your feedback is on this topic, because I do not want to miss a single comment on this topic. All right, so I see the marinated in Greek comment here, and I want to read the comments on everything here. Let's see, where are we? Jen says, hey, Renee released a video today where she's saying 8675309 at the end in her 80s gear. Oh my goodness, that's Imperfect on purpose. I'm going to have to go check that out. That sounds awesome. And as CL says here, YouTube doesn't care about the thumbs, it tracks engagement. Jen thinks we can make 900 comments tonight. Okay, that's the stretch goal. CL was the one who said we're going to have a stretch goal, but it looks like Jen took her up on it. 900 comments is quite a feat. We're at 214. Glenn says, I think I'm going to lose my hunting room for a bakery when she goes professional. That would be awesome. I mean, it wouldn't be awesome to lose the hunting room, but it would be nice for her to have a whole set aside dedicated bakery. Amy says, I'm just listening in on the memberships thing. Okay, so let's see here. M says, I'll talk now since we want 900 comments. M, you always have to talk. We always want to hear what she says. And Jen and Mike think Pam and Mike both think that that's crazy, 900 crazy talk. But M says, that's my kind of language. I will try to keep you guys in the loop. Jen wants to know when we pass the 100 milestones there, so I'll try and keep a caught on that. All right, let's see here. I want to get to the chat you guys were saying about memberships. Okay, so Glenn says you're overthinking it. It's completely fine and doable being $1. The ones that are $5, I think switching between after a couple of months. CL says, I feel guilty about passing on joining memberships. See, that's what I'm talking about. But if I buy one, then I would be tempted to buy more. I have a fixed income, so it's better for me not to buy any. See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, CL. I don't want anybody to feel guilty about passing on joining, and I don't want them to feel like they're missing out on something because they didn't join it. And I certainly don't want to tempt somebody into buying one, and then if you buy one, well, then you feel guilty about not buying membership from somebody else. And we've got all these, YouTube friends in here, so I kind of like the idea that let's just leave it as a purely love-driven and optional thing that everybody can decide what they want to do. Jen says, you put a lot of thought into these things. That much thinking gives me a headache. That's funny. And let's see, Mike says, the check's in the mail. Warren says, I don't believe in paywalls on content we voluntarily put out there. That's just me. Once YouTube says you reach the tier of sharing and ad revenue, that's fine. Anything else is a personal preference. I think that's where I'm coming down on this, Warren. Yep. Kim says, memberships do not dissuade me from tipping. Okay, that's good to know. Good data point. CL says, I don't base my decision to describe or not on someone's membership. That's what I figured. Mike is using the custom emojis, which go away if I turn off memberships. We lose the custom Guinness emojis and the little faces, but that's okay. M says she's listening and reading in the chat. We are up to 229 comments, M. You got to give me at least 10 comments, M. But don't spam it like Jay did last week. That was too much. And Jen says, possible, probable, and likely. Ouch. Amy says, I thought the only way you could get a tip is through memberships. Well, that's the only way to get a tip through YouTube. I guess there's also stickers and things like that, and gifts. But you can get a tip outside of YouTube, right? So I set up donate.winningtheweek.org, which is a place where you can go in and say, I want to give this guy 50 cents, or I want to give him $1, or I want to give him $1,000. Catherine says, I don't think I have enough subs to even do memberships yet. Well, that's the cool thing about the Buy Me a Coffee website, which is where I send you. When you go to donate.winningtheweek.org, that just sends you to Buy Me a Coffee. You can do that today. You don't need to have any certain number of subscribers or anything to use the Buy Me a Coffee website. And another example of that, like CL says here, is Patreon, right? She says, there's a ton of artists that I like that have Patreon links. The multiple income streams is heavily pushed in the artist communities. And that makes a lot of sense, right? Because that's what Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee and all these kind of places, these tip jar websites are for, which is a way for you to support your favorite artists / creators. And I know that it's also huge in the music, the indie music scene like on Bandcamp and places like that, right? There's a guy that I have every album he's ever put out. I was actually friends with him in high school, and he makes all this really cool electronic, chill out, relaxing music. It's a one. It used to be a 2-guy band, but unfortunately one of them passed away, and so it's just a 1-guy band now. But it's called 310 Music, 310 Music, and I have every album he's ever done, and it's totally voluntary how much you want to donate per album. So, if you want to give him $1 for the album, or you want to give him $5 for the album, or $15 for the album, or $1,000 for the album, that's a really cool way to set that up. Pam says, I got to run and go eat my Greek dinner. Be back later. And Jen says, any money that goes through YouTube is heavily taxed by YouTube. It's better to go through Buy Me a Coffee. I agree. Something like that. Patreon, etc. Something like that. Yep. And Jen says, enjoy, Pam. I'm going to go live vicariously, though, while you eat. Oh, I'm going to live vicariously through you while you eat. And we do want to know, Mike is right, we want to know about the Greek chicken when you get back. Jen is on board with value for value. That's good to know that you got a supportive vote for value for value. Thank you, Jen. Catherine says, no one has bought me a coffee, thinking about removing it. I feel a little guilty, I guess, with it on there. So I don't think you should feel guilty having that on there, Catherine. You have to talk about it. Be sure that you mention it. You need to not just have a link on your channel, but you got to mention it. How many times in this live stream am I going to say donate.winningtheweek.org? And how many times am I going to say value for value? If you don't talk about it, nobody knows about it. And if you don't do live streams, then you really miss out on an opportunity to talk about it. Miss MC, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Em. I feel good about giving value to others. Exactly. Well, oh my goodness, look who decided to grace us with his presence. It's the great teacher, Ben, in real life. We are thumbs downing today, sir. There's still 4 thumbs ups lingering, so I would appreciate it if everybody could please thumbs down. And the comments are up to 240. 8675309 Jenny has challenged us to hit 900 comments tonight. I don't know about that. It's doable, but I don't know if it's possible. So please hit thumbs down, Ben, and let's get some comments in here and see if we can really get up to, boy, I'll tell you what, we even get to halfway to 900, I'm going to feel awesome. And don't forget, value for value. This is value. This is value. Leaving comments, right? Catherine says, Miss M, no, sweetie, I didn't mean to sound like I was hinting. I'm fine. It just doesn't work for me. I think I'll remove it. Thanks. I don't know. I would leave it on there, Catherine. It can't hurt to leave it there, Mike says, you don't want to see my artwork. Yes, I do. I want to see your artwork. Oh, you guys, if you haven't seen the video that CL put out where she was painting the dragon on this, what was that, CL? Like a bag or a handbag or like a denim purse or something? And she's reproducing artwork that she made, I think you said in high school, but you're reproducing it onto a fabric. It is so cool. Mike, I know you can match CL. CL says, I'm not interested in putting tip jars and such on my channel. I do want to buy stickers and do sticker swaps. That would be a great idea. And if you guys haven't seen Debbie Sue's video that she put out with her sticker book, what a great idea to have a collectible sticker book where you can keep all your stickers. And I'll talk about how you can get some free stickers from me. If you have not got free stickers from me yet, what are you doing with your life? I'll talk about how to get free stickers from me in a minute. Em, I haven't been able to send you stickers. And Otis, I haven't been able to send you stickers. Catherine, I haven't sent you any stickers. Ben, I want to send you some stickers. So you guys are going to have to follow instructions when I tell everybody how to get stickers from me. Ben says, hey, Otis, do you hand draw that or use a program? I'd like to learn how to animate characters because I have an idea for a cartoon comic I would like to make someday. And he says, if we all put the ABCs to the chat, we could probably, no, we don't want crazy, silly, useless comments. We want good, useful, positive, and encouraging comments. We are at 254. Doing great. Do you have a merch store on your channel, CL? That's a great question. And Jen reinforced what I already said, which is quality only. Thank you very much. Quality comments would be fantastic. CL says, I thought about the stretch goal. Maybe challenge everyone here tonight to share your next video to see if it increases views. That's a great idea. Great idea. The problem is YouTube doesn't, I don't think, let you post links unless you're a mod. CL, you're probably the only person who can post a link. But you know where you can post your videos is in my Discord. I talked earlier about joining my Discord, and everybody who's a YouTuber in my Discord, I have their videos get posted automatically. But yeah, post in here what your video is. Post in here what your most upcoming video or your recent video. And if you don't do YouTube, I would like to hear from you what your favorite video you've seen on YouTube recently is, because I know it's going to be my video from Monday, correct? Is that correct? Yes, yes. Is that correct? Yes. Is it my video about patience? Yes? No? Not really? I don't think so. Get out of here? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, leave a comment in here and tell us what your most recent favorite video you've seen is. CL says, no, I'm not doing tip jars or merch on my channel. It's only about sharing the art. She's a pure artist, you guys. Don't you understand? She's not polluted by this filthy lucre. She's a pure artist. You know, CL, we all respect that about you, honestly. Jokes aside, I have a lot of respect for that. And don't forget, we have right back here hiding the little green dragon, the cutest little dragon CL has ever painted that she sent me. That is the cutest dragon you ever sent me, CL. Glenn says, just because you have memberships doesn't mean you have to make membership-only videos. No, you don't. That's 100% true. I just felt guilty about having memberships available and not making members-only videos. I kind of felt like I had to, but you're right, Glenn. You don't have to do that. Catherine says, I learned how you go back to look at the chat after my first live. I enjoyed reading it. You know, you have to turn it on. And by the way, Otis, I went back and looked at the replay of our live stream from today, and I didn't see the chat replay. Now, it could be that it's still processing, because it does take YouTube a long time, sometimes even a whole day, to process a live stream. But do you enable the live chat replay, Otis, when you set up and schedule your live stream? Because I know you schedule yours in the future, and you even do fancy thumbnails and everything. Do you enable live chat replay? That's a check mark that you do on the third or fourth screen or something. And I didn't see the live replay on your video today, buddy. So that might be just because it's too soon. But if you intentionally have that turned off, I don't know why. Because I want to go back and read the comments that we might have missed. And Allie is weighing in with your face as a tip. Your face is value for value, Allie. M says, that's a good idea, CL. I would upload long-form videos, but once I'm over this health hurdle, that's in my way. Yeah, once you get through this health hurdle, this whole ordeal you're going through, M, we're looking forward to your long-form videos. Jen says, Allie, looking forward. She's Allie. I think she's laughing at your face. She's looking forward to 2 hours of you tomorrow. I have 2 mental health-related appointments tomorrow, and I'll need some cheering up. Very good. We are all here for you, Jenny. Amy says, oh, yeah, I seen Buy Me a Coffee, but there is a PayPal donation thing. I use that. That's a good idea. No luck there yet, but it can stay in my description for now. Yeah, don't take that stuff out, you guys. Leave it in. You never know when somebody might be motivated to give you a $10,000 tip. You never know. It could happen. M says, tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, I need to see Allie's face after getting blood drawn. I've never drawn blood before. It seemed like it'd be really easy to draw, though. You know, just get a big old red marker. CL says, Jenny says, CL, it'd be cool to be able to buy fridge magnets or stickers of your artwork. Of course, we respect your personal decision. Both of those statements are true. That is true. Have you guys ever seen the Washington Monument? You guys know what the Washington Monument looks like in D.C.? Looks nothing like him. Let's see. Catherine says, don't mention it. Maybe I should. Yes, you do. You see, yeah, you're saying you don't mention it, but you should be mentioning it. Yes, your next live stream and every live stream, talk about your Buy Me a Coffee link or whatever you do. And it looks like Tyler here is doing the countdown thing to try to get us to 900. 984 bottles of beer on the wall. CL says, I bought a P.O. box to be able to mail artwork out. I'm more interested in doing a business plan for the art instead of getting YouTube money. I think that's a good idea. YouTube keeping half the money it's a scam, I tell you. If my channel does go viral, I will happily roll with it. I think your channel has a very good chance of going viral, or at least some of your videos do. Your optimistic, upbeat attitude, your awesome kitty cat's always helping you. I love the way that you always frame the kitty cat's getting in the way as helping you. I think you need to lean into that, CL. I think it's a really great like shtick or kind of like jokey sort of thing. The way I sort of jokey all the time say that Pam hates Suzuki, or we all got our little trademarky type things. So I love the way you always have the kitty cats helping you. And yeah, having the P.O. box, I kind of considered having a P.O. box too, being able to mail things out with a return address or make an address where people can send stuff to you. I don't know how expensive it is here. It's something I need to think about, I guess. And CL says that purse is actually a high quality vinyl. Okay, cool. It looked, I didn't see it real closely. I didn't have the video playing on big screen. I just had it on a regular browser window. It looked like it was denim. Excuse me. Wow, am I yawning? Oh my goodness. That's what happens. See, that I was wondering. One thing I was worried about there, Otis, is if I go live with you in the middle of the day and spend a whole hour, am I going to be out of energy? Is there a possibility that I would be low energy in my live stream tonight? I was really worried about it because you can talk yourself out. Now, that was a long time ago. That was a good 7 hours ago, right? But I was worried that I might be really low energy tonight and not have anything to talk about with you guys. Ben says, that's a good idea about a sticker book. I have so many darn stickers and no clue what to do with them. Yep. I have most of my stickers that I want to keep forever on my cabinet out in my garage. I have a tall double door cabinet where I keep like car washing and oil change type equipment inside that cabinet. I don't think I'm ever getting rid of it. So I put stickers on that. And that's where I put stickers that I want to keep forever. Stickers I want to see every day, I put on here. On all of my Yetis, right? And I got a few more. Whoops. Well, I can't point my fingers in the right... There we go. When you're... it's like reversed mirror thing. I can't see anything. So I got a couple of Yetis back there with more stickers. These seem to be surviving pretty good in the dishwasher. So that's a good sign. But a sticker book is a great idea too. Oh, I see. Okay, so Mike said it takes a while, but the live chat replay is set for on. Oh, and you did a collaboration too. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that you did the collaboration trick, but that's neat. That means it'll show up for both of our channels, right? I've done a couple of those with people, and they're pretty fun, and it's nice to be able to see the video is made by, and then it shows both channels. That's really cool. Feels free to mail me a paintbrush, says CL. Well, you know what we got to talk about? I want to remind you folks that you can tell me how you're winning your week. And guess who just did this week? I'm going to let you guys guess. I'm going to let you leave in the comments a guess of who do you think did this. But you can use your cell phone and record a short video and tell me what you're doing to win your week. And I will feature your clip in my next video. So somebody sent me a video yesterday, and I'm going to put that in the video that I'm making this week about... What am I making my video about this week? Kindness, being kind and trying to be kind to other people. And I'm really kind of leaning into the topic of, a lot of people, I've heard this, a really good friend of mine told me this once, that people would mistake kindness for weakness. And I'm kind of chewing on that this week, talking about whether kindness is something that can be easily interpreted as weakness and open you up to being taken advantage of. It kind of is in the same vein of a lot of Pam's videos talk about, people trying to take advantage of you and manipulate you and do that, negative kind of boundary invasion type stuff. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Be sure to send me a video. So the person who sent me a video yesterday is AllyG. Fishing with AllyG sent me a video when she was on her way. I think you were on our way out to the water. So next Monday's video will have a tell me how you're winning your week video from Allie in it, and it's the second one she sent me. Peter sent me one, Warren sent me one, but I want you guys, listen, you can email me at winningtheweek777@gmail.com, or you can leave me a comment and tell me you're interested, and we'll hook up somehow outside of YouTube, and I'll tell you how you can send it. You can text it, you can leave it in Discord, you can email me the video. We can, if you make a video and you can't figure out how to get it, we can figure it out. Just open up your phone, turn on the camera app, turn the camera around, hit record video, and just leave me a little 15-second or 30-second video telling me how you're winning your week so I can put it in my video and see you guys. That'd be awesome. And speaking of stickers, look at these fabulous, fabulous stickers. Here, let me bring up this screen so you can see these awesome don't do anything I wouldn't do. Ooh. And upside down, that's useful. Winning the Week stickers, which uses my banner artwork. And I've got some of these little cuties that has this handsome face on it. Oh my goodness, he's so good looking. He's so handsome. Wow, all the girls want to know, wow, where does he get his shirts? And how are his ties so handsome? So I would love to send you guys some stickers. It's very easy. Let me stick you. It doesn't cost you anything, but there is a form that you can fill out. There's a form that you can fill out in the video description, which tells me an address, and I would be happy to take one of these beautiful envelopes and to put your name on it and fill it up with stickers and magnets and send it your way for free. And the Google form there is just a way for me to keep track of who I've given them to and who I haven't yet. So all of you guys in the chat who I haven't given stickers to yet, what are you waiting for? Fill out the form. Look, right here in this drawer, right here, what I have here is a bunch of stamps waiting. There's more on the back, don't you worry. I got stamps galore, ready to go and send you guys stickers and magnets. And I also ordered a new set of magnets, a new pile of magnets, which look like this. And they come in next Wednesday, so I'll probably have those here to show you by next Wednesday's live stream. I'll have magnets like this, so you can throw them on your refrigerator or on the back of your car, and they don't stay stuck. So just a reminder, we talked about this quite a bit earlier in the memberships chat, but just a reminder that Winning the Week with Scott Auld podcast and live stream and YouTube channel, it's all a value for value operation where you can decide how much value you got out of my presentation, podcast, videos, channels, live streams, and then decide you want to return either time, talent, or treasure. Your time, is made up of your comments, your views, and being here with us in the live stream. Your talent, that's your boots on the ground reports, your artwork, and your ideas. Sometimes you guys leave a comment that spurs an idea for my next video. You know how many times it's happened so many times. And that's value for value. That's you guys returning an idea in the comment section. It's amazing. And of course, then there's the treasure. Don't forget, you can remember me at donate.winningtheweek.org. You can also just follow the link to Amazon or Sticker Mule. I have a vidIQ affiliate link. And I do have a merch store over at shop.winningtheweek if you want to get yourself a cute little coffee mug or something like that. It's always a good idea. That said, oh my goodness, what am I missing? All this fun stuff happening in the chat room. Jenny says, hey, Em, a therapist told me that anxiety and excitement share the same pathway in the brain. We just interpret them differently. When we feel anxious, say out loud, this is exciting. What a great reframe. Jen, that is a fantastic reframe. When you feel anxious, say out loud, this is exciting, and move around. Oh my good. This is exciting. This is exciting. I'm not feeling anxious, but I just wanted to get excited. So it would be a real shame if I was low energy tonight. And if I was low energy, I would blame Otis. But so far, I haven't been low energy so far. I'm feeling pretty good. All right, let's see here. Mike says, I don't think it's possible for you to be low energy. And oh, Allie, you killing me. Your face is trademarky. And Mike says to Mike, same here. My P.O. box is lonely. You're replying to Mike about the P.O. box? Oh, Mike says, I have a P.O. box, but it's always empty. Well, you know, Mike, I don't think I've ever heard you mention your P.O. box in your video. So you got nobody to blame but yourself, buddy. Start talking about it in your video and say, I got a P.O. box, and then tell people what you want them to send you. And then people will send you stuff. They'll send you the craziest stuff. I bet Allie would send you a fish. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be so? Allie, here's what you got to do. The next bass that you catch, don't release it. Throw it in your truck. Put it in a cooler or something, and then take it and put it in an envelope and send it to Mike in Minnesota's, not Mike in Arizona, Mike in Minnesota's P.O. box. Send him a fish. That would be awesome. That'd be so cool. That would be so illegal. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. Glenn says, Allie, you should go. We went twin the past 5 years, and we still didn't see half of it. It's awesome, though. I don't know what you guys are talking about going to. I missed that. And don't forget, also, Allie and Granny are having a meetup I think in August. Who else coming down to Florida for the meetup? I got to try to get up there for you guys. I don't know when it is, or I don't have any of the details. They don't tell me anything. And Catherine says, I didn't know stickers were a thing until I started making friends in the YouTube community. That is a very YouTubey thing, isn't it? Stickers and magnets is a very YouTubey thing. I agree. The lonely P.O. boxes need to make friends, says CL. That's a good idea. And Jen, who's having a private conversation with Emily in our chat, says, my daughter and I laugh maniacally when we're anxious now. My husband and son are a little bit scared of us. That's hilarious. I'm not anxious. I'm excited. What a great reframe. M says, I keep thinking about making my own stickers to sell, but would anybody buy that? Why not? The only one way to know. And guess what? You get $10 off on stickers at Sticker Mule, which makes great stickers. If you follow my link in the video description, go sign up using my link and get $10 off, and then wait for the Kiss Cut stickers. That's what these are. These are all Kiss Cut stickers, and they're very, very waterproof. They're nice vinyl stickers, and they peel very nicely. That's the only ones to get, but wait for them to go on sale. They will go on sale 50 stickers for $29. By the way, that's the deal they're doing on magnets right now. I got 50 magnets like this, 3 inches by 2.5 is what I said. And in the instructions, I said round the corners a little bit because I didn't want hard corners on the magnets. I got some nice rounded corners on there. And some nice magnets will be coming in. I got 50 of them for $29. And you get them for $19 because you get $10 off on your first order if you follow my link. So yeah, why not? Spend $19 and make some stickers and see if anybody would buy them. Why not, Em? And then talk about them in your videos. Make a video and talk about your stickers and show them and tell everybody that they can buy them from you. Why not? I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? Don't answer that. What's the worst that can happen? Don't answer that. CL says, my phone is full. I really need to buy a new phone next year. So there's no space on your phone. Ugh, I hate that. That's the worst. Hey guys, 339 comments right now. We're getting pretty close to being halfway to 900. I bet we hit halfway to 900 pretty soon. Mike says, did you get my winning of the week? Are you talking about a video? If you made me a video, I did not get it, Mike. So you'll have to text me and let me know how you sent it. Let me just real quick and make sure I didn't miss a video that you sent me, Mike. I'm looking at my phone here. Here's Mr. Mike. I do not see a video from you, a winning the week video, if you sent me one, or did you put it in Discord or something? You'll have to text me later after the live stream, Mike, and let me know what that video is, because I didn't know you sent one, and I don't want to miss it. M says, I don't mean to be stupid, but how are you winning the week mean? So what it means is I want to know how you're winning the week. I want you to make a video to tell me how you're winning the week and send it to me so I can put it in my channel. Oh my goodness, look who showed up. I would say look who just showed up, but I'm so behind on the chat. She's probably been here a whole half hour. Hello, Heidi, and how was your live stream tonight? Did you make lots of new friends, and did you meet lots of cool and interesting people? I bet you did, because your live stream is awesome, and your community is awesome, and you have nothing but awesome people in there. And I always go back and watch Heidi's live stream that I miss, because we have our live streams at the same time. Same bad time, same bad channel. So I usually watch it the next morning and go back and watch the replay of Heidi. Tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, is my time to watch Heidi. Seal says, Mike, are you a winner on the lake? And Jenny says, welcome to the party, Heidi. We're trying to get to 900 comments. And so get chatting, she says. Yeah, we are currently at 350. So as you can see, we're well on our way to 900. We're definitely going to make it. And it's 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. We have hit the 1 hour point, not counting the pre-show, the 5-minute pre-show that we did. Let me just look through here. Jenny says, are we at 300 yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. M says, I missed how to fill out the form. I'll go back and watch the replay. So if you look at the video description, there is a form you can fill, a link to get stickers, and I would love to send you stickers. Oh, you need more stickers, Allie? I will do that. I have your address already. I will send you more if you've already used them up. But I'm going to wait till next week before I send any out right now, by the way. If you guys sign up, because I have new magnets coming, and they should be here a week from today. I'm going to wait until those come in so that I can send those to you at the same time. This is a good idea, and we should make 8675309 stickers. Absolutely. That would be hilarious. Look at my shirt. It doesn't say 8675309. It says 184365572. And Jenny, who can I turn to? Jen says, I can't be breaking copyright law. I guess that phone number, there is probably a copyright on 8675309. That's true. Good point. Catherine says, I'll be saying this is exciting all day with the sticker. She says that. Thank you, Catherine. And Allie says, yes, I want more people put stickers on a lot of intersection signs here at the beach. Yeah, exactly. Every time I go out to the Everglades, all those signs saying, you know, what you can and can't do, all the rules have tons of stickers on the back. So I usually slap one on the back of those things. And update on the comments, Allie wants to know, we have 363 comments right now, folks. Everything is exciting. We're so excited. By the way, Heidi, if you missed it, Jenny pointed out that if you feel anxious, it taps into the same part of your brain that enjoys excitement. So when you feel anxious, just say, this is exciting. And it tricks your brain into thinking you're not anxious, you're just exciting. So we're all saying this is exciting about everything, and we're all getting excited. Jenny says, we need Scotch stickers on the beach signs all over the world. That would be so cool. You know, one of my stickers is at the top of the tail of the dragon. If you guys know the tail of the dragon, it's a famous road with something like 315 turns and 11 miles in Tennessean, North Carolina. And at the top of that hill, you go over the hill, there's a pull-off where people look out over and they see the dam. It's the same dam that was in The Fugitive. You guys remember the dam that Harrison Ford jumps off of in The Fugitive? Well, that you can see that dam at the bottom of the valley. It's really pretty. Nice overlook at the top of the tail of the dragon. And my stickers are on the signs at the top of the tail of the dragon. And many other famous places. Many other famous places. Oh, my husband needs stickers, said Dana. So I need to send you guys some more. I've got your address too, so I will send you guys another supply of stickers starting next Wednesday. Maybe I better keep a list here. I'm going to grab my notepad. I write everything down that I need to remember on the notepad. So let me see here. People, I already have their address. So that's Glenn and Dana and Allie need more stickers. Okay. Anybody else that I already have your address, you don't have to fill out the form. You just got to let me know you want more. I want more. I want it all, and I want it now. Mike says, I had to resend that video. I don't know what went wrong. Okay, you resent it. Maybe it went through this time. And Mike is trying to do it through email. Okay, cool. We'll need a second simultaneous sip, says Jenny. I can feel my voice going. I can feel my mind going, Dave. I can feel it. I can feel it. Let's have another simultaneous sip. The It is the pause that refreshes, as they would say. Let's do it. Simultaneous sip, everybody. Grab your favorite beverage. The Just a Little Patience video that came out on Monday is doing very well. That's what I need, is just a little patience. Yeah. So the thumbnail text says, I'm making some of you mad. And that was actually Rob the Maritimer's idea for a thumbnail text. His idea was, I'm pissing some of you off. And I just couldn't bring myself to write, I'm pissing some of you off on text on my thumbnail. I thought it would be too crass and too coarse. So I said, I'm making some of you mad. But the video's doing really cool. If you look at that picture at the bottom with the arrow, believe it or not, this video actually beat that evergreen superpower video I have that always gets the most views no matter what I do, and I try to make a really good video. This silly video of how to replace the Ford Escape brake light, it always kills everything. It's like the most popular video in the history of my channel. And I just made it on a whim, and I made it when a hurricane was blowing in. We had a hurricane blowing in, but I wanted to replace my brake light, so I just sat there and filmed myself replacing that brake. That stupid thing, 42 videos in the first 24 hours of this time. But look at that. This patience video actually beat that video, so I was really happy to see that. That did really well. And I want to share with you this really encouraging comment that Lori left me on this video, and I think this is really important. I talked about this with Mike today on the live stream when I joined him. She said, this was good. You touched on something really important. When somebody only shows the everything's great version of themselves, it can quietly leave the rest of us feeling like we're the only ones struggling, like something's wrong with us for not having figured it out. Think about it. We never root for the perfect character in a movie. We always root for the underdog, the one who's stumbling, figuring it out as they go. That's who we relate to, and admitting the impatience, the frustration, the not always joyful moments actually does the opposite of the perfect thing. It makes people feel less alone. Real is always more relatable than perfect every time. I've also had to learn this through the years. None of us have it figured out completely. In fact, I always tell my kids, the more I learn, I realize the less I know. I hope you're doing well. Sending love. That was Lori a day ago. So she really touched on it, right? This idea of admitting, I think we all know to say, I don't have it figured out. Mentally, we all know that. But it's one thing to say I don't know everything, and it's another thing to show in a video that we don't know everything and kind of touch on that. So I think Lori hit, Lori always says it better than I do. She says things in a way that I wish I had said it that way. We root for the underdog, the one who's stumbling and one who's figuring it out. And when somebody presents information as if, here, I've got all this figured out, I'm teaching you, and I'm showing you everything, it actually makes us feel like there's something wrong with us for not having figured it all out ourselves. So I am trying in my current videos, and I've done this, I think this is the third video that I'm doing this in. The first one was unintentional, and the second two, the one I'm doing this week and the one I did last week, which came out, that's the impatience video. I really try to talk about the fact that I'm sharing what I know about this, but I'm also kind of learning it and figuring it out as I go through the video. When I talk about these topics with you guys and go through this information, I'm learning it just as much as you guys are. And that goes for the kindness video that I'm doing right now as well. But the love video, the joy video, the kindness video I'm doing right now, it's really a case of figuring it out as I go. So, hey, let's take a quick jump in the chat and see if I miss anything super important. I know you guys are all encouraging each other and talking to each other. Like Jenny says, hey, Em, your positive actions are the reason you're getting these tests done now. You rock. And then Em says, thanks, Jen. I do rock. We are currently up to 383 comments, but unfortunately we have 5 thumbs ups, and I would love to see that get down to a negative number. Please hit thumbs down, everybody. Seal says, everyone needs stickers. Let's see. When I said, what's the worst thing that can happen? Em says, the worst thing that could happen is thousands of people will buy them and I would get overwhelmed. That'd be a good problem to have, wouldn't it? Ben says, hey, I don't know if anyone likes the TV show Big Brother, but I've decided to do an impromptu live stream in an hour, 9 p.m. Central, to go over the new cast. 9 p.m. Central, that'll be 10 o'clock on the right coast, to go over the new cast. All right, Ben, I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Big Brother in my entire life, but I would be interested in watching you talk about it. Ben, you can only do a live stream when Scott hits 900 comments, and we have 385 right now, so you got 515 comments to go, Ben, so get chatting, mister. CL says, I don't watch TV, Ben. I don't need to watch TV. I got to watch YouTube. Yeah, Heidi, don't forget, we're going to do the producer shout-outs in just a minute here, everybody. Don't forget, that's the next thing on our agenda. Mike says, no, we're not at the lake. Your face is the best, M. New Magnus. Yes, that is correct. And let's see. Heidi says, I was busy trying to catch up on the chat, wondering why the heck there were so many comments. It's impossible to get through them all. I'll never get caught up, right? I know. You're on your phone, so you can't use the @ sign. I hate that, Heidi. The fact that you can't use the @ sign to talk to people in the chat when you're on your phone. They got to fix that. Come on, YouTube. Get your stuff together. Fix your roads. What was that statement that guy always used to say? Fix your roads, Kathy. No matter which state he's in, he's driving in a pothole. This is a YouTuber. Every time he gets to a road in the state and the roads are bad, he says, fix your roads, Kathy. As if like Kathy's the governor or something. But he does it in every state. I can't even remember who it is. Mike says, hey, Heidi, it's because we're fun and because we're on caffeine. And also because we're on caffeine. You know, caffeine, it is the source of and the answer to all of life's problems. Actually, that's what Homer Simpson said about beer. But I don't feel that way about beer. I do feel that way about caffeine. CL says, tagging isn't available on the iPad either. We just say hello. Yeah, that's the way it goes. What a bummer. M says, oh, Lori, she's very wise. And CL says, Lori, sunset emoji, heart emoji. Which, yes, I agree. She's the best. I miss her videos and her live streams, darn it. But she's taking the summer off, so that's the way it goes. Jenny says, congrats on your first thumbs down, Catherine. We're still at 5, you guys. Come on, we got to get that thing down. And Jenny says, we are watching Big Brother season 8675309. Your faces, Jenny, who can I turn to? And Amy says, oh, I was wondering how you directed your reply to somebody. Yeah, you used the @ sign, and then you can type their name. If you're on a desktop computer or a laptop, you can just type an @ and then start typing a couple letters, and you'll see that it auto-completes. And that's how you can tag each other, which is always very nice and very fun, very cool to do. Oh my goodness, is Santa Fred here? I got to meet Santa Fred for the first time today on Otis's live stream. And wouldn't you know, look who shows up saying hi. Santa Fred Adventures. Now, let me see in my memory. Where are you, Santa Fred? You're not in Canada, right? Are you the one who's in Canada and he said almost due north of me? Yeah, might be. Are you due north of me there, eh? Let me know if you're in the land of Tim Hortons there, buddy. If I'm right, drop a comment full of Canadian flags. And if so, then happy belated Canada Day. And Allie says, I thought that was a Homer quote. I can't get anything past you or Pam. You and Pam, I can't sneak anything past her. Very cool. Well, hey, Santa Fred, I'm going to tell you something. Oh, look, is Pam back? I see Jenny saying, Pam, how's that Greek chicken? I think she's asking her knowing that she's not back yet. She's just knowing she'll be back for the live stream. So Santa Fred, what we do here is something called the producer shoutouts. And we're about to kick off the producer shoutouts, and this will be your first time ever seeing them. So Mike says, yes, Mommy told me I'm very special. And his special ed teacher agreed. Okay, so listen, let's do the producer shout-outs before it gets too late, because it's already 9:15. We got 6 thumbs ups and we have 414 comments. Let's get those thumbs ups down, guys. Everybody click thumbs down. We need to get it to a negative number. Come on, I don't like being up there in the +6, everybody. Click thumbs down, please. By the way, Santa Fred Adventures. If you don't mind clicking thumbs down, I'd greatly appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me. And M is about to wave the white flag and call it a night, but I'm going to kick off the producer shout-outs before it gets too late. All right, so here, let's do it. Let us, therefore, do the producer shout-outs. If you don't know, Hollywood producers for movies and TV shows are generally responsible for the financing of a project. My producers are listed in my show notes as a thank you for enabling me to continue creating this Winning the Week program. And your producer title that I grant all of you, every single person who leaves a comment in this live stream is a producer, because you guys are really what enables the live stream to happen. Imagine doing a live stream and not a single comment, not a single person. I don't have to imagine, because that was my first live stream. Nobody showed, but that's okay. Can you imagine me being this energetic and hyper with nobody and no comments? But you guys' comments in here entitles you to be a producer, and you will all, including you, Santa Fred, who just showed up as a latecomer, are going to be listed in the show notes, or that is to say the video description, as a producer. You're a producer, like a Hollywood producer. And it also entitles you to a shout out in next week's live stream. So if you hop into Discord, etc., I will do a shout out for your family business, your YouTube channel, maybe it's your favorite charity. You can tell me what project you're working on. CL, for example, I'd love to do a shout out on your handbag artwork or something like that. But you guys got to tell me what you want the shout out to be about. You get to write your own note. Post it in my Discord. Go in the Discord server and tell me what you want your shout out to be. I read my supporter shout-outs on my live stream every week, so let's get started, starting with CL Fantasy Waves Art Studio. She's got fantasy, art, and cats. She has a YouTube channel that gives us serenity and tranquility, mindfully selected music, and sharing kindness and joy through art and cats. And you can see here the little green dragon artwork that she sent me, which sits proudly behind me on my, I can never point these stupid cameras. It sits proudly behind me on my shelf so I can see the little green dragon every day. Koba's cattails is Tracy, and she has a YouTube channel in which she now has 5 beautiful black cats: Koba, Sugar, Oliver, Pepper, and Opal. And her channel is to celebrate kindness, positivity, and get a daily dose of kitty cuteness. Jenny, also known as 8675309, has a channel called Life with GenX Values. Jen shows up for Gen Xers who are ready to move from survival mode to living in integrity and optimism, exploring how to maintain mental stability without blowing up the life you've already built. Just taking a peek out the window to see if Mama was showing up yet or not. She's not here yet. Ben in real life is starting the Learn Something New Every Day movement. Watch his new series on this really fun YouTube channel. Ben, how is that going? Are you still doing a Learn Something New Every Day? Or are you doing a Learn Something New every once in a while? So everybody go check out Ben's channel. The classroom doors are open. And don't forget, I do have a merch store. You guys can go to shop.winningtheweek.org and buy yourself a water bottle or a coffee mug and enjoy your simultaneous sip with a fancy mug or drinking flask. Mike's Adventure Sparks is a really fun member in Discord. He posts every single morning. He tells everybody good morning when he gets up and says hi in Discord, and he makes these exciting videos. Now, they're exciting, but that doesn't mean that they're anxiety. They're just exciting videos about camping, boating, fishing, the workday grinding, getting through the week in a friendly and optimistic way. I don't know if you guys saw, but the Whitcombs are back. Brandon made a video with Ash walking with beautiful little Charlotte on a beautiful little nature trail. And the traveling Whitcombs have been extremely generous with us. And when he got sick, went in the hospital and lost his job, and they got kicked out of the joint where they were living, I wanted to point out their GoFundMe. I hope that's still active. I assume that's still open. I haven't looked at it lately. But remember Brandon and Ashton in your prayers, guys. We are currently up to 448 comments, which is, okay, 451. We're halfway to 900, Jenny. Halfway. Don't forget Big D's place. That's Sally's husband. Big D is making videos about starting over with a job hunt in his 60s. I haven't seen a video from Big D in the past few days. Has he made a video in the past few days? I want to know how his things are going. Not yet, donkey, says CL. But we are not at 900, but we are more than halfway. Flight Quest 40, who got our comment of the day today, is flying a variety of general aviation aircraft in real time and real weather conditions in his home aviation simulator. He has 2 series. He has a Friday IFR, which is instrument flight rules. That's basically doing flying with instrument flight rules means you can fly even if you can't see out the window because of weather, like it's too cloudy or rainy. You can't see anything. You can fly purely from instruments. And then Wednesday, he does visual flight rules, which is basically a person who is not rated to fly instrument. They can only fly visually, and they need to stay in good weather so they can always see the ground. So he's got a Wednesday VFR and a Friday IFR series. He's a fun YouTube channel. Got to check that one out. Dana, the cooking mom, makes excellent baking and cooking videos and started live streaming as well. Her videos and her posts in Discord make me very hungry. And her husband, Perlman1, has practical videos on precision shooting, archery, reloading, and practical hunting lessons in the outdoors. The video he made in the 3D shooting range, in which he was basically walking through the woods and shooting at targets in real time, in real life, I believe he had a bow and arrow type archery range. It was really cool. So be sure to check that one out. Pam's Stories for Humans shares her wisdom and life experiences with colorful stories and practical applications for growing and healing. And I've been also enjoying her Bible study as she works her way through the book of John. Very good. Tyler, the outdoor Tennessean, was so crazy that he went camping in the hottest time of the year. Who camps in this kind of heat? This crazy Tennessean does. That's who. He has a new video this Friday afternoon at about 4:45 Eastern Time. You can see his thumbnail here. If his thumbnail was flipped horizontally, it would be much easier to see, but the screen there says 92 degrees Fahrenheit, and only Tyler would be camping in that kind of heat. We've talked about Lori already tonight. Lori is writing articles at substack.com/@Lori Soul Circle. Lori is a guide for soulful living, helping people reconnect with the part of themselves buried under roles and routines. Life's too short to sleepwalk through it. Subscribe for clarity and soul-fueled momentum. Let's not forget Peter Urbanowski, who's also very prolific in the Discord server. He's always in there encouraging people and asking people how they're doing. He is making videos teaching how to do YouTube, focusing on the editing process. Lately, he's been sharing a lot of important CapCut tips and tricks. And then my friend Jay, who goes by the resident Rev.Secutioner, is a custom car and motorcycle builder who turns simple projects into epic adventures, bringing a neglected 2008 Buell Blast motorcycle back from the dead. And he's also renovating his camper named Moby Dick, while sharing the whole journey with us on YouTube. Now, Fishing with AllyG is giving us upbeat, optimistic fishing videos, and her face is uplifting stories and positive energy. Now, don't forget Nana's place. Nana of 5 in YouTube is Yvonne, and she shares Christian affirmations and encouraging wisdom in her engaging videos and live streams. She's live every morning after Sally, so be sure to check out Nana. Now, don't forget also DG Outdoors channel has been renamed the Outdoors with Daniel YouTube channel. So check out Daniel's newly rebranded YouTube channel. He is sharing hunting, fishing, birding, archery, air guns, DIY, music, cooking, and health maintenance videos. In other words, he's all over the map. Otis, better known as Mike the Aging Retiree, is sharing wisdom on retirement, healthy living, and recently he's giving an occasional YouTuber tip. If you think about it, it makes a lot of sense because in retirement, making a YouTube channel is a great way to spend your retirement. So it's actually connected. It sounds like it might be kind of random that he's giving YouTuber tips on a retirement channel. It makes perfect sense, and he explained that to me in the live stream that I was with him today, earlier today. Be sure you go back and check out the live stream replay. Thank you for having me on your live stream, Mr. Otis. Graciela, Gracie G in Melbourne, Australia. I'm surprised she hasn't showed up yet because it is probably coming up on like noon or something in Australia time. She takes us to explore awesome parts of Melbourne, Australia, focusing on interesting and upbeat aspects of life. And our good friends Nicole, Dow, and Jay, they're having a nice off-grid woods homesteading channel in Ontario. They have dogs and livestock, fishing, and nature adventures in Canada. So be sure you check out the Canadians, Nicole, Dow, and Jay. Not to be outdone, Warren, the optimistic absurdist, says the world doesn't always make sense, and maybe it's not supposed to. Warren's channel is a place to slow down, question gently, and make peace with the absurdity of being human. He explores life, meaning, discipline, curiosity, and calm, not by pretending to have the answers, but by learning how to live well without them. So all of you who are in the chat that did not get a shout out, you need to let me know if you would like to tell me what you would like your shout out to be next week. All of you in the chat, you are my producers and you are entitled to a shout out next week, but you got to let me know what to say for you. And if you would like me to change anything that I wrote today, just drop into Discord. You can also email me at winningtheweek777@gmail.com and let me know. And don't forget, you can remember me at donate.winningtheweek.org as well. So how do you like those apples there? All right, let's scroll back in the chat and see what I'm missing. Sometimes when I'm scrolling back, I see something really funny. Like Jen, when I was saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? She goes, Ally said, don't make me turn this chat around. And Jenny said, when are we going to get there? Let's see. We are currently up to 514 comments. Oh, my gravy. Ben in real life says, I'm mostly just doing a Monday live stream where I talk about what I learned in the last week, give a lesson on a topic, and share out what others have learned. I love it. That's awesome. Santa Fred Adventure says, what's with the comment count? What do we win? Well, we win the week, sir. That's what we do. We win the week. So we're trying to hit 900 because I forget which one of these crazy people it was said we could hit 900 tonight. And you never know. Maybe we can. I forget which one of these crazy people suggested we got to hit 900. Might have been Jenny. It sounds like a Jenny thing to do. Are we still going here? Pam says, are we still going here? You guys are crazy. No, your face is crazy, Pam. Allie says, look at that. And the hunt is over. How many seconds? That's a good question. How many seconds? Can we go faster? If you put my replay on 5x speed, it would be faster. Ben says, I kind of stopped doing the shorts posts. However, I do want to do some more of those soon. And let's see here. M says, okay, I surrender. Miss M is out. See you on the streets of YouTube and on the Discord streets. Very good. M, I will see you tomorrow morning on Discord. And those of you who are not in Discord, what are you doing with your life? Go to my video description, click the link that says Discord, sign up, get in there and say hi to everybody. So tomorrow morning you can tell Miss M and Mike and me and Peter and all the other cool kids, Jenny and everybody, good morning. You can say good morning. Santa Fred says, I've been doing shorts about the World Cup, but I'm going to be stopping because I think it's confusing the algorithm. What is your channel about, Santa Fred? Let us know. I'm curious. When I see Santa Fred, I think of Santa Fe, so I thought you were in New Mexico, but I think Mike told me you're in Canada. So what is your channel actually about? Santa Fred, what's your YouTuber channel about? Pam says, I love planes and flying. You know, I used to have this catchphrase when we were out riding motorcycles all the time on the channel. Whenever we would pass the railroad tracks or trains or a train station, I always said, I don't like trains. I like railroads. And I don't even remember what it was. Well, I had so many weird catchphrases back then. We had catchphrases like, "Where are we?" And I should bring that one back. Where are we? But Pam loves planes and flying. I love planes. I know you're saying this in reaction to the Flight Quest, right? When I was talking about Flight Quest's channel, I like planes and I like flying. What I don't like is flying commercial and flying coach because they don't give any legroom anymore. I don't have enough legroom in front of me where my knees hit the chair in front of me, and I can't even like bend forward and touch my ankle without my face smashing into the seat. But I do love airplanes, and I do love railroads. Santa Fred says, oh no, I've already read that part. Sorry. CL says, shorts were not helping my channel, so I kind of stopped doing them. Me too, CL. Same. I stopped doing shorts. I wasn't really getting any benefit out of them. I didn't think they were helping anything. All they were doing was like distracting my numbers by making a bunch of views that didn't seem like anybody ever stuck around. I'd rather have you folks, you cool kids, hanging out at the table here at the Cool Game. Hanging out at the Cool Kids table and being a perpetual sticker arounder. So Pam says the Greek chicken was a tad dry. I left it too long on the BBQ. I tend to do that when I do chicken because I'm always worried about undercooking. And I worry so much about undercooking that I end up overcooking it. Oh, well. Mike says, hey, Catherine, I've been learning if I mention my truck camper in my videos, it kind of goes with my niche. It doesn't confuse the algorithm so much. I think, yeah, I agree, Mike. You know, do I have your sticker on this? No, I've got your sticker over on that other thing over there. Your truck is kind of like Rob the Maritimer's blue hat. It's like your trademark. I think you should have that blue truck in every single video, even if it's just you getting out of the truck and walking, or walking to the truck, or walking past the truck, or sitting by the truck, or showing your hammock with the truck in the background. Talk while, you can do your driving videos. I think your truck is an important, with the camper on them, it's so distinctive. That blue Dodge Ram 1500, right? With the white camper on the back. It's very distinctive, and I think it's sort of it's like your logo almost, basically. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. It's as distinctive as Pam's railroad hat. Just kidding, Pam. I know it's not a railroad hat. I want to see that hat in a video so I can see the whole thing. And Pam says, thanks for shouting out the channel. Hearts and thumbs ups. Oh, I mean thumbs downs. Thank you. We are down. We're still at 5. Oh, my gravy. We're still at 5 thumbs up. We're never going to get down to 0. I have to remember to say thumbs down at the beginning of the live stream so we don't accidentally get too many ups. We'll never get it down. And we are at 560 comments, you guys. You're doing great. We are on our way. Well on our way to 600 easily. Oh, well. Mike says, I had for dinner a walking taco. So you went over and did you get tacos from like a food truck, a taco truck or something, buddy? Catherine says, Pam, I had gluten-free corn dogs. Oh, that sounds really good. Gluten-free corn dogs. Man, I love a good corn dog. Mike says, thanks. I'm assuming that's for the shout out. Ben says, my channel probably confuses the heck out of the algorithm, except he didn't say heck. I'm honestly considering rebranding my name to Ben the Edutainer. I like in real life, though. I mean, the problem is in real life doesn't really indicate in any way that you're education and edutainment. There's a YouTube shop teacher, a guy who was a high school shop teacher for many, many, many years, Mr. Pete, and he always calls it edutainment. But I love the IRL name. It's Ben in real life. I love that name, so I hate to see if that got lost. But, it happens. People change their names. I've changed my name. I've done plot twists. And I liked when Life with GenX Values was spelled with a J because it really tipped off the pun of Jenny, and GenX. But the problem is nobody ever searches for Gen X with a J. So by changing her name to GenX Values, I get it. It's going to be a lot more search hits. Makes sense. Yeah, Pam, I'm with you. A walking taco. I'm intrigued. I want to hear more about that. And Allie says, I bought gluten-free pretzels, and they are so good. I bet they're good with Publix mustard. CL says, I put acrylic painting in every title and in the tags. I think it helps a little. I've been experimenting with adding music and cat references in the title. Good idea. I've enjoyed your music that you've been putting on there for them. So very good. Fishing says, GGG is so fun to watch. That's Graciela Gracie G. Pam says, oh, nice, Catherine. I've been looking gluten-free for my daughter lately as she's visiting. Oh, that's got to be so nice to have your daughter visiting, Pam. I know that's how much you enjoyed going out and seeing your son, and now you got your daughter visiting. You are blessed with riches there, lady. And Santa Fred is telling Ben that's a pretty good name, which I agree, it is a good name. And it looks like Jenny there said something that I said before I said it, so I finally got a chance to catch up to her and see that she also enjoys the music on CL's channel, which I said before I got to it and before I read it. You know, I'm going to have to wind up here pretty soon, guys. It's 9:34, and we're at 570. I'll tell you what, I'll end the live stream when we hit 600, which is right around the corner. I'm going to try and get caught up to the chat before we hit 600. So Ben says, thanks, appreciate it, and then Santa Fred says, I use Upbeat. I don't know what that is, and I don't know what you're replying to. Pam says her hubby Dylan is showing our daughter a bunch of classic Beastie Boys music videos. Kick it! You know what, Pam? The great philosopher Ad Rock said, you got to fight for your right to party. CL says, yes, it's all from the YouTube studio library. That's where that music comes from. Yeah, awesome. Very cool. Bye, Mike. Mike's got to run. Have a great rest of the week. See you, buddy. And Santa Fred says, to be honest, the name you have now is pretty good. Yeah, I love the in real life thing, man. Yeah, everybody's saying, good night, Mike. Good night, Mike. Good night, Mike. And then Heidi says, is there some magical number of 900? No, there's no magical reason or number or anything. It's just a silly idea that Jenny or somebody had. I think they were just trying to pick something that was so far out of reach that we wouldn't give up and we wouldn't hit it too early. I think she just hit 900 being silly. But listen, I'm going to hit 900 comments one of these days. One of these days, we're going to hit 900 comments, and I'm not going to know what to do with myself. Let's take another simultaneous sip. Grab your drink. Grab your cup, your mug, your flash, your cup, your glove, your chalice or stein, a vessel of any kind. Let's have a simultaneous sip. Go! What is the matter, Suzuki? You want to get up here? Come on. Come on. Come on up here and say hi, CL. Hi, Pam. Say hi, Ben. Say, Ben, are you really Ben in real life? Suzuki says hi. Right? Such a good baby. Such a good baby. Jenny says, this is a good distraction from my therapy homework I don't want to do. That's funny. Jenny's using Notebook LM. And Amy says, I thought you were going to do Good Morning Vietnam. Good morning. No, I didn't do Good Morning Vietnam, but it kind of sounds like it. It's actually something that a YouTuber does. He starts all his videos. His name is Victory Outdoor Services, and he's a concrete contractor in Wisconsin, in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. And him and his incredibly crazy crew are always working on residential driveways and patios. I swear everybody on his crew's on drugs. They're either a no-call, no-show, or they're just making stupid mistakes or doing stupid things all the time. His crew's got to be on drugs. He's a nice guy, though. Nice guy. Victory Outdoor Service. He starts his video, every video with good morning. Let's see. Okay, everybody. We are at 611 comments. So I'm going to have to get caught up to the rest. I will have to read the rest of the comments on the replay. And I'm going to call it a night because we are creeping up on 9:40 and 31 seconds. So I'm going to call it a night. Thank you very much for everybody who was able to drop in. Thank you to all my beloved producers. I think we decided what we're going to do about memberships here. And we're going to stick with value for value. Thank you so much. CL says, Milky Way loves hitting me with his rump. Yeah, Suzuki's always sticking her tail up next to me. Her rump doesn't get me, but her tail is always like flying in my face. because she gets on my lap and then moves over to the right, and then the tail is like, pow. And she's got a very floofy tail and a floofy's tummy. All right, everybody, thank you very much for hanging out. Let's listen to some music on the way out, and I will see you in the next video. Adios.